Store for your individual mobile phone.
Live across America, Mike Horn and Paul Stern and What's Cooking on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Hey, welcome to the big weekend edition of the What's Cooking program. I'm Michael Horn. Hello to Paul Stern.
Hey, Mike, it is a big expanded, or I would say expanded edition of the What's Cooking Today program, here weekend edition, because we're going to be kicking things off with a guest.
All right, it's America's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. We're about to embark to Napa Valley, but hey, football season started last night, Paul Stern. Did you see the big game?
You know, it was quite a kickoff to this year's NFL season.
A rematch, if it were, between the Vikes and the Saints. And do we have Joe Theismann ready to go? I mean, come on, we need him back at the we need him on the Redskins. We need him anywhere to improve the team.
I don't remember two low-score affairs when the Redskins were in town.
Joe Theismann.
Here waiting to be put in, Coach.
We love you, Joe. You are the man. We love you.
Put me in, Coach. I'm ready.
What'd you think of the game last night?
I thought it went pretty much the way I expected it to. Brett Favre looks like he's in training camp, and the New Orleans Saints look like they're ready to defend a world championship.
Hey, now you're a famed quarterback. Come on, a Hall of Famer, Joe Theismann, a great analyst now and a real student of the game. Should Brett Favre be still playing over there? It seems like he comes back and that arm looks better than ever, but you're right, he looked a little rusty last night.
He does. If you don't have training camp, you just can't get your body up to speed, the timing with the receivers, and I felt like they were a little bit off last night. But I saw the same thing, exact thing, a year ago. And once he gets into the flow of it, I think Brett's going to be fine. I did notice that Brad Childress, his coach, decided to run Adrian Peterson a lot, and I think that was an effort to protect Brett a little bit more than they did the last time these two teams played.
Yeah, a pretty good game, and still low score. Good game. It's going to be a great season. Who's your picks? Who do you think is going to win it all?
I like Green Bay. I just think that Aaron Rodgers is playing the best football of anybody at the quarterback position right now. Their defense was number one in takeaways a year ago. They're just really special. They have a tight end called Jermichael Finley, and anybody that's involved in fantasy football, and I know this is food, but you have to watch something when you're eating and drinking. It's important to think about Jermichael Finley as a guy you might want to put on your team.
Now, you got your own radio show. You've been analyzing Monday Night Football, NFL football for us. You're also talking about what is this silent killer that you want to tell us about today?
And I appreciate, first of all, the opportunity to talk about it. It's called AAA, which is abdominal aortic aneurysm, and it's the artery that carries blood from the heart to the lower extremities. If it develops a bulge in it, there's the possibility that it could burst and that becomes fatal. If it's diagnosed and treated properly, then you have a chance to be able to have a longer life. It's like anything else. Early diagnosis is important. As far as any symptoms go, there really aren't any. But there are indicators that will make you aware that the possibility could exist. If you're over 60, predominantly in males, if you have smoking in the family as a history or a history of health disease and heart problems, there could be a chance that you could be at risk for AAA. And what we're doing is we're encouraging people to get to the doctor, get the physicals, and ask specifically for that. We have a website, which is findtheanswers.org. You can log on to for a lot more information. And there's one other aspect to this as well, is we've teamed up with Kmart and their pharmacies to be able to hold screenings at various sites throughout the country. They'll give you in-store education, they'll do a risk management for you, and then there are free ultrasound screenings that'll be at selected stores of which you can register for.
Wow, and I know that you had said this came close to you and your family, with your father told you he was diagnosed with this. And this is a silent situation where you don't know it unless you get checked out?
You really don't. And my dad was diagnosed with it after my father had open heart surgery a number of years ago. And through one of his routine checkups, he was diagnosed with an abdominal aortic aneurysm. I started to find more and more information out about it. Then they asked me to get involved in the campaign. And it's been a great partnership. The Find the Answers Coalition, as well as teaming up with Kmart and their pharmacies to be able to get the word out. And thank you so much
Give
for
us the
letting me
website
talk
one
about
more
it.
time, Joe.
It's findtheanswers.org.
Joe Theismann. Next time we're going to talk about his restaurant in Washington, D.C. He's got one, folks. We'll be back.
For over 35 years, Luke